In this video, we'll be talking about using mapping diagrams to determine if a relation is a function or if it's just a relation. So before we do that, we need to figure out, well, what is a relation? What is a function? The definition of a relation is a correspondence between variables that change together, okay? Basically, a relationship between x and y values. And what is the definition of a function? Well, a function is a specific type of relation in which each input value, so remember we were talking about inputs earlier, has one and only one output value. So basically each x has one y that goes with it. And we'll talk about what that means next. So let's look at this in action. Here's our example one. We have our mapping diagram ready to go. So let's start with doing that, and then we'll talk about whether it's a function or relation. So we're gonna create our mapping diagram. So x is 4, x is also -2. I'm only gonna write it one time though. And then x is 7. And I'm getting those values from here in this table. And then now let's look at our y's, they're over here. So those are all unique, so we're gonna write them all. 6, 5, -3, and 9. All right, let's do our arrows. So we know that x equal to 4 goes to y being 6. We know that when x is -2, it goes to 5. And it also goes to 9. So it goes to two different places. And then when x is 7, it's going to -3. Okay, now let's evaluate this in terms of what we know a function is. We know a function has one x that goes to one y. Now, look at how this one x in this example problem actually goes to two different y's. Do you see how that happens with -2? -2 goes to 5, and it goes to 9. When a situation like this happens, that means this is a relation. This is not a function. It is a relation because one x is going to two different y's. So when we answer the question function or relation, this example one is a relation. Let's look at example 2. We have a table here, and I'm just going to fill in my x's, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then my y's, there's 2 2's and there's 2 3's. All right. Let's draw our arrows. So x being 5 goes to y being 2. And then x is 6 goes to y is 2. And then these two bottom values, 7 and 8, goes to 3. Now, you might think that this is a relation because there's two different y values. Or sorry, there's two different x's that are going to the same y. Right? There's two different x's that go to the same y, like this. That is okay though. That means this is still a function because each x has its own y still, right? There's not one x that's going to two different y's. So in this problem, if it's a function or relation, this one is a function. All right, so now we have some coordinate points here. So x is 9, x is 8, and x is 7 in these. And then remember, I'm going x, y like this. Our y values, we have 1, 2, 0, and -4. All right, let's draw our arrows. 9 goes to 1. The x value of 8 goes to two different y's, right? It goes to 2 and it goes to -4. That's code red situation. That means this is not going to be a function. and then 7 goes to 0. Because this 8 is going to 2 different y's, we know that means relation. Because 1x is going to 2 different y's. All right, last problem. Let's see, we have x, -3, 5, 2, and -2. And then our y's, we have -1, -3, 7, and -6. And this one's pretty straightforward, right? -3 goes to -1, 5 goes to -3, 2 goes to 7, and -2 goes to -6. Well, in this problem, each x goes to its own y, right? Therefore, this is a function.